Welcome back to Games for Real. I'm James Spring, and we are one. So today I want to talk about keeping cool, keeping your deck cool, keeping just everything cool that you own. And this mainly comes from the Steam Deck Twitter page from Valve. Being careful in the heat waves that are going on with your deck, being outside, but I'm going to add to it. I grew up in a hot area that would be 105, 110 in the summer. So I'm going to give a little bit of my own advice and just let's go to the tweet real quick. So field trip mode. Okay, so Steam Deck. For our friends in the midst of a heat wave, a quick note about the Steam Deck in high temperatures. Steam Deck performs at its best in ambient temperatures between 0 and 35 degrees Celsius. And I'm glad they're doing Celsius. I want us to all move to Celsius, by the way. If the temperature gets higher than this, Steam Deck may start to throttle performance to protect itself. This is every device. Just as a note, this is not like a Steam Deck specific thing. Every device should throttle when it hits a certain threshold. Devices are typically tested to work well in ambient temperatures like they mentioned in here, 0 to 35 degrees Celsius. And even that lower one's kind of low, but still, with these extreme temperatures, the thing you have to watch out more than even the APU, because it has safeties on it. You have to remember, APUs should shut down once it hits about, it says right here, about 105, it will shut down. So if the device itself gets to 105 degrees, it will shut down if it can't keep cool. So in some places, like, it's not unreasonable to have this thing running, if you're really running something really intensive and outside in 105 degree weather or 40 degrees Celsius weather, like you could potentially be hitting some of these safety nets, because it's kind of a compounding problem where you have heat coming from the device, it's hot outside, the fan's not going to do a very good job in these types of temperatures. So just be aware, it will be safe. What won't be safe though sometimes is the battery. The battery can have issues where it will bloat with enough heat. I've had this on multiple laptops. I've had this happen even in phones and some other stuff, where if it's outside and it gets really hot and you're out there for a sustained amount of time with your phone, let's say on, the sun's staring down at it, it's going to heat up even faster with the sun. If it's shaded, at least you're going to get a little bit better. But with the Steam Deck warning with the 0 to 35 degrees Celsius, even at 35, let's say even at 34, if the sun's beating down on your deck, you're going to have a bad time. You're going to get a sunburn on your deck, and you're going to get a sunburn on your face, I guess. But really, honestly, all I wanted to say was, you should still be able to enjoy your deck in hot temperatures. Just make sure it's within shade, within reasonable games. Let's say the game is Cyberpunk. It doesn't run the greatest on there, but it's going to be intensive on your deck. You're going to run into some performance and throttling, and it's probably going to eventually shut down fairly soon. Plus, it's going to put a little bit of wear and tear on that battery, like I mentioned, and some other parts of your device. The APU has a built-in safety on that. The other parts, not necessarily. So you can probably play games that are a little less intensive. Pull out those old school 8-bit games, and you should be okay in a shaded area, even if it's 100 degrees outside, depending on how long you go for. That's me. I've done that before with phones, even with my Steam Deck. When I was in southern Utah, which gets really hot, I've had not too many issues with this. Once again, though, when it hits those types of temperatures, it's kind of hard to think about playing games. So I know some people think this is kind of a funny, silly thing from Steam Deck. I think it's good to remind people, especially when you're hot, you don't think things through sometimes, that, hey, maybe playing your Steam Deck in an intensive way in the heat wave, especially if you don't have AC, is probably a bad thing. If you can get into the AC area, if you can get it into those temperatures that they mentioned that are a good range to operate this device, then you're good. Honestly, this is, in my opinion, a little obvious for a lot that, hey, your deck's going to get more heated if you're out in the heat than, if you're inside or have AC. Like if your temperature is pretty hot, then you're going to, the deck's going to have issues. Any device, especially one that has a fan, is going to have an issue because it needs to stay cool. It's interesting, but I want you guys to stay cool. So make sure to take care of yourself first, but also take care of your deck. So thank you guys, and I'll catch you guys later. Check out, let me know in the comments below. What do you think of this video? Also, check out the description below. Also, I have more Steam Deck content coming. I've been producing a bunch, researching a bunch. I just need to record it now. So there's more Steam Deck tutorials and whatnot on the docket to be coming out in the next few days. So keep an eye out for that stuff, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out. Later.